Yo. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever works for you, wherever you may be in the world. We thank y'all for being here. It is the Patio PolitiCz. You already know who I am. It's your wild mouth rider, the King Mac Millie one himself. He is I am him. You know what I'm saying? And we got a familiar face, we got a new face, and we got a teammate up in the place to be along with y'all. So if I could have y'all starting from the left of me going to around the way over here, what's your name? Tell the people, hey. Right here. Can we start here? Yes.
Okay, hello everybody. Good morning or afternoon or evening. Like he said, my name is Leona Milner and I am here for my first podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Welcome, Leona.
Thank you.
Miss Gorgeous.
He said gorgeous, y'all. He said gorgeous.
You know it's the truth.
My name is Miss Michelle. I am the founder of the Las Vegas Black Film Festival. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a woman of God. I'm a woman with wisdom, and I'm cute up in this Patio PolitiCz on this morning in the beautiful city of Lakewood, California, y'all. Yep, we about to talk, y'all. We about to talk.
Yeah. So we had a new face, we got a familiar face, and we got a teammate. Talk to the people real quick.
What up, y'all? It is Tyre Mills. Also go by Mills Suave. Catch me at Mills Suave 44 on Instagram. But in here they call me Trouble T Mills, because I guess at times I stir up trouble.
Man, I hope you got some trouble in you today.
I'm your DP, cinematographer, editor. Love what I do here.
Man,
Love the topics. Let's get it.
I hope you got some trouble in you today, because, this topic that we got going on today is going to be a wisdom exchange. You know what I'm saying? Bridging the gap of generations. Basically talking about what an older woman can teach a young man and how.
Oh, Lord.
Relationship-wise, sexually based, educationally, if possible, and finances, etc. We got 4 quarters. We're going to play some ball today. We're going to see how it's going on. Okay. But y'all already know what the deal is right now. We're going to drop the theme, and we're going to be right back to you. You know what I mean?
We hope you stay a while, 'cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. 'Cause it's right up for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right up for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you're rockin' with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, 'cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. Yeah, we got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Yeah, 'cause it's right for life. Oh, trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Yeah, we hope you stay a while.
Yes, we do hope you all stay a while, because if you don't, Sir Mac.
Oh man, don't ask me. They're gonna get put in the trunk, and God knows what's gonna happen today.
So we're gonna take you out to the desert where it's really dry, where it's really hot. Now I ain't talking about Las Vegas where they had a film festival. I'm talking about we're gonna take you out there.
You ain't gonna know who you are no more once you come up out that trunk. You might not have a mind to think with.
There it is.
Well, as long as we coming up out the trunk, I'm just saying.
Well, no, you accessory.
No,
you accessory.
Yeah, you a guest. No.
You accessory. You on the right side of being on the trunk and inside the trunk.
All right. Thank you very much.
But ladies and gentlemen, speaking to myself as well, what can I'm intrigued. Let's see how much y'all gonna trigger me today, or trigger T, trigger the trouble inside of T. See if we can agree on these ideas and these concepts that's about to come about. What can an older woman teach a young man, and how?
That's you asking me that question.
I mean, if
clearly I'm the oldest woman in the building, so I guess he's talking to me.
But I can go after you, girl.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
If you feeling it, pull it out.
Well, you know.
Yeah, Leona, don't be shy.
So, what can an older woman teach you? I know
in your words,
there are some specific areas that we need to be talking about, because there's sex, okay, and then there's finances. There's how to deal with your emotions as a young man. Because see, what I have, because I dated a young man before.
Okay.
He was 10 years my junior.
Okay.
And what I was able to teach him is how to calm down, how to relax and just let things happen. You don't have to make nothing happen. See, when the older you get, you start to understand that you don't have to make things happen. You can just let things happen, because if you find yourself in the right place at the right time, things will happen.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I had to teach a young man that one time, and it was fun.
I bet it was. I've been in that place.
It was fun, y'all.
It was
I want to hear
fun.
about
It
some of
was
this
fun.
fun. Tell us, Miss Michelle.
I have been in that place before, because I fancy me a older woman. I like a woman's woman. So when I was a young buck at 19, I got put in my place real quick. Like, hold on, young bucks, slow down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take your time. You know.
When you're younger, because I ain't no old woman, but I've been younger. You understand? So. I found myself always in a rush, want to hurry up and get things done, like life was about to end. We got to get it done now. But as you get older and you have allowed things to marinate, and you realize, you know what? I didn't have to hurry up and do anything. That wisdom translates over into love making. It translates over in how you deal with your money. It translates over into how you think, how you address your emotions in the moment. And those are all things that an older woman can and should teach a young man.
Yeah.
So I got a
should
question.
she decide to indulge.
I got a question, Miss Michelle. So
Yes.
would you recommend that more young men seek to date an older woman? It's hard to say, like, as a placeholder, but because they can learn so much, as according to what you said.
Well, see, I do think so. I think so. And some even stay with her, marry her, wed her. You understand? Because, I would stand up, but we on the so anyway.
Don't do it to him.
That frame is wide.
Don't do it to him.
I was just saying, some older women don't present old. You understand?
Yeah. I'm
She
looking
walk
at
up in
it.
here
But
looking
the-
like,
But
come
they
on,
don't.
honey.
But the wisdom is there.
Yes.
So an older woman who presents herself like I do could deal very happily with a young man, and he would be very happily dealing with this older woman. See, now there are some older women who present old, okay? So, those I would say, very unapologetically, that if you go that way as a young man, then you just know you're going for some wisdom, because I think that here's another thing older woman needs to teach a young woman too, as far as that goes. When you take care of yourself, your emotions, your body, your mind, your spirit, it translates into the relationship. And as a younger man, if you're dealing with an older woman who has not taken care of herself, you might just want to go there for the experience of her wisdom, because you're not going to want to stay there, because
If she has that.
right. Well, yeah, we don't get into that, because that's another subject matter we talk about. But right now, I'm talking about on the surface. If you're with an older woman who takes care of herself, see, then the attraction will be there, even though she may be 10, 15, whatever, however many years older than you. The attraction will still be there, because she's sexy still, she's beautiful, all these things, because physical attraction mean a whole lot. People be lying talking about I just want to be in
Face value,
No.
surface level.
No, I
they
need
better
to be attracted
presentable
to you.
coming out in public with me.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Talk to us, L baby. What you got on your
Yeah.
mind?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just feel like on this topic, it's a lot of things that older women can teach a young man versus a older man trying to be with a young woman, because I just feel like, and we call them, come on now, the old heads, the sugar daddies. So it's just like
Jangling K's and shit.
They always try to get you in the club all the time, coming there sitting at the bar waiting. I give you my black card, my social security, all that, but no, we're not doing
No,
that.
I got it,
because
baby.
I just feel like with them, they try to mold and shape a young girl, and it's just like it's not gonna work. And especially with the age difference and everything, it's just, I can't be dating cream and we old.
Ooh,
Come
okay,
on. We can't be
okay.
doing that. So
5 in
that's
the
why
morning.
I just feel like
5 in the morning.
like an older woman, like you can learn from her is different things, like versus a older man trying to be with a young woman,
You ain't trying to take no walks in the morning, watch the sunrise,
No.
walking 2 miles per hour up the sidewalk.
All right, so let me throw a little objectifying in there. When it comes to, I hear that all the time about older dudes trying to mold younger women. But does it ever occur to anybody that there maybe are different sets of dudes per se? Because even exactly what you said, Miss Michelle, your perspective is valid, because I've seen that, but I've seen that few and far in between. Because a lot of times I've come across older women that don't have, I don't want to say don't have it together in life, but just don't have certain things together.
Right.
So when I look at them, I'm like, well, you older than me, and I know how to handle my emotions
Like,
better.
how you ain't got yourself together?
And so I'm like, but
that's what I came here for. I thought you had it together.
But you know, I mean, on the outside, and you're saying out of your mouth, you age like fine wine, but I can see from a mile away that's bullshit.
Right.
I came for the experience,
Right.
and
You
you
know?
experiencing me.
Because working with a lot of different people, I noticed too, like they're older than me, but it's just like their mind frame as far as women, like, oh yeah, I ain't trying to mess with these type of dudes and whoop woo woo. And she's older, but it's like those is the ones that you're picking. But you said you want better. That's what I don't understand sometimes when we in the workplace and they vent about their personal stuff. It's just like, girl, look what you dating. Like, look what you want to interact with. So it's just mind blowing. I don't know.
Work is a
There's
whole
an older
different world.
wisdom quote that says, you know, obviously nature doesn't move by moral standards. You know, might is right, which means that you can be as good as you want to be, because a lot of times that's only in your mind, but you don't judge people based off of their intentions. You judge them based off of what they produce.
Right.
So, you know, I hear that a lot of times, but what I've noticed is there can be far and few in between what you're talking about, Miss Michelle, and between those that look like it. Because I feel like in the current day and age we live in now, it can be hard to, there's like a centimeter thick line between the wisdom, you know, and the and bullshit, I'll say.
Yeah.
And they look a lot alike. They dress alike. They
do.
wear their hair the same.
Yeah, they do.
They wear the same heels. A lot of times they talk the same.
Oh yeah.
And
They talk
if you
the
fall
same,
for it
but
and you don't listen,
experience is where the wisdom come from.
Speaking on experience, have you experienced the older woman? You want to talk about that a little briefly?
probably not to the extent that maybe y'all have. I mean, the oldest I ever dated someone older than me was like 6 years.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
that's, I don't know if that counts. That's not like a generational difference.
I used to seek it. I used to attack for it, like just really go on the prowl.
Why? What was the
looking
thrill for you?
Just because I already viewed myself as having myself put together enough to be able to understand mentally where an older woman is coming from. And I was looking for assistance in areas that I knew I needed it in, but I could handle the situation within itself. So I was always just attracted to an older woman. I think the oldest that I dealt with, I might have been 19 and she was 36.
Oh.
And then my last relationship, it was a 4-year or 3.5-year difference or whatever. And like I said, I just always dated older women because of that. I'm like, if I got myself together, I don't know, nothing against younger women because I've dated them as well, but just from experience, it's just like mentally, you're not where I need you to be.
Yeah.
So, but when you go to an older woman, sometimes she's there mentally, but emotionally, she's not where
Yeah.
you
That's
need her to be. So,
Well, and then I'll also say on that. So I've dated 2 women that were at least 5 years older than me. But the second time, what I noticed is it was kind of a split between what you said, Miss Michelle. But then I noticed, I guess for me, what didn't sit right is I thought that I was like not being what she needed until I realized that I think because I was younger, she thought she could kind of treat me like a project or something. You know, like, oh, he's got all these traits. Well, maybe I can mold him into this and being this guy. And I noticed that I think being older kind of gets them to think that I'm like a kid or something. Or
Some women think that. I think as an older woman, I think you have to learn respect. And then you're able to see the areas where you need to give respect.
right.
But that comes from wisdom, and wisdom comes from experience. Some people age don't always, which is why I was saying, you know, about the physical. You take care of yourself. That's one thing on the outside, but you also have to take care of your spiritual and your emotion.
Come on.
Message!
Because if you don't, sure, you can be in the gym working out, but then if you don't work your mind out, with the same fervency and
Don't
with the
do it to
same
me.
urgency,
Facts.
then you're gonna be unbalanced.
Very.
Period. And you
unbalanced.
can't teach nobody nothing but how to lift a weight. You can't teach nobody how to lift an emotional weight when it comes, and that's the thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And if a man's discernment is intact, he's gonna pick up on that so quick.
He will, no matter what age he is. Even a young man will pick up on it. Maybe he don't know what he's
to
picking
do
up
with it.
on,
Yeah.
but he knows something ain't right.
Yeah,
and they
definitely.
say, hey, this is not.
Yeah.
I can't. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna make a young man crazy. But when he's with a woman who has wisdom and balance, then he gonna be something else. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got to give a shout out on that to our rider that's not currently here right now, Shanga, because she would talk about that being in the feminine energy.
Oh yeah.
However,
recognizing that.
I also think that's something you noticed there, because in that situation I was telling you about, I think that if she is like peaceful to be around and understands that she ain't, like, I don't know, you come across some that are like, they'll lead with their accomplishments and stuff to try to, like, I guess, show off to you. And I'm like, well, that ain't I'm not hiring you for a job here.
Right.
So my thing is, if you're not peaceful to be around,
Am I
then
talking
that
to
me,
my mom right now? Like,
yeah, it's like a
Talking
corporate
to my
interview
granny?
you on the first date, And a lot of times, I just feel like if you notice that she's not pleasant to be around, she probably deep down knows that, but she probably don't know how to switch that up, which tells you where she's at mentally. And a lot of times, because somebody who's nice to be around, you'll see like people are drawn to them. That way, if you find out they're single, you don't have to think it's because of some weird reason. It's like, why are you at this age and you're still single?
It gets wild for both sides though. It gets so super crazy how women are just like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. It's something you're not telling me. How come you ain't got no kids? You look this good, you got yourself together. Like, what's wrong with you? Why gotta be something wrong with me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, how come it couldn't have
Gotta be
been
something
something wrong with the other? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
With
then
the
from men, we do the
engagements,
same thing to women. It's just like, wait a minute. You ain't got no kids, or oh wait, you got 3 kids, you ain't settled down yet. Like, what's wrong with you? And it's just like we got to stop asking each other what's wrong with each other.
Right. And then experience the person so you can figure out what's right.
Yeah.
Period.
Focus more on the rights than you do the wrongs, and maybe y'all get somewhere.
And what you can handle.
Yeah.
Message.
What you prefer to handle. Say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but man, this topic is so spicy. We got a lot of it to get into. You know what I'm saying? This was a good opening portion. If there's anything on your mind right here, right now, before we move on, please share. L baby, I'm gonna start with you.
I just feel like people should do what they want to do. It's up to them. Actually, at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Miss Michelle.
Listen, echoing what baby girl just said, I do what makes me happy.
Come on.
I ain't trying.
That
I
you do.
it.
I see it.
I unapologetically do.
That's how you have
Because
to.
I have, I'm a woman of, actually I'm 55 years old. That's 55.
55 where?
55,
Where?
okay.
Yeah, I'm like,
And you get to a certain place in your life, and sometimes it don't take for you to age there, but it takes for you to get there mentally and emotionally. And when you do get there, you got to live unapologetically, do what you want to do. Because at the end of the day, if you're concerned with what somebody else thinks about you, why they are talking about how you moving, what you thinking, and you spending all this time wasting, wondering, hoping that somebody can understand how you want to move, instead of just making those moves and letting them figure it
If they
out.
catch on.
Right.
If they catch on.
Yeah.
With me, it's like figure it out, because I done it.
That part.
And I'm happy. You know?
I gotta probably move your seat. I gotta move you away from me just a little bit.
I don't know. You said 19 to 36, man. So,
Maybe put you on the other side.
well, you know
what I'm
what?
saying?
I mean, we gotta jump into the juicy stuff, but we're gonna go to break real quick.
Yes,
so,
yes,
you know,
yes,
'cause when we
indeed.
come back, we're gonna talk about sex.
Oh yeah, let's
I
talk
like to
about
talk about
sex,
sex. I like to
baby.
talk about
And let's
sex.
talk
Let's
about
talk-
you.
Let's
and
look.
Hey, don't get me started. Don't get me
Mac.
started.
Remember? Type sex in the search bar, brother. We're gonna talk about sexuality when we come back, y'all.
Yeah, we'll be right back on the Patio PolitiCz.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Man, I keep telling Five, I know we paid for that, but I could do that for free.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
You're now rocking with the patio. I like it though. I like it though. It encourages me.
It's fire.
So before we went to break, you know what I'm saying, we was just about to get spicy with it. So I guess the spice is about to drop right now. Relationship-wise / sexually based. As an older woman,
I want to hear this. Turn up the game on their mics, man.
that you feel like that you could teach a younger man, and I'm listening. My ears is my ears is open.
So what's the question again? Come again.
As an older woman, what do you think that you could teach a young man sexually and relationship wise?
Fellas?
So I tapped in with that just a little bit earlier, but I think the main thing is teach him how to slow down. You know what I mean? Because as a young man, they get all excited, you know.
Can't be no Energizer bunnies out here, fellas.
real.
I know,
calm
I know
down.
these pheromones is like got you, you know, in a place that you hadn't been, but I need you to relax so you can experience it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's probably the biggest issue that young men have. They don't know how to slow down because they get too excited. But once they slow down,
I mean, it's hard too sometimes. I mean, speaking for the young men, I've learned how to slow down, but just
I've had to go against several cats because this is one of the few topics that I actually like go against the dudes on a lot of times.
Yeah.
I might cause trouble in other areas, but I've gotten into several arguments with dudes. I've been like, bro, if you slow down and actually do what pleases the woman, then you will actually end up with more of what you want.
definitely.
say it again.
You get a lot of cats that are like, no, I'm gonna just get in here and bust mines and I'm good.
Nah, bro, you got to stop being selfish. The less you be selfish, the more selfish she becomes for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because can I cuss on this show?
Hell yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
So like because young men like to fuck. I'm just saying. And so there's a time for fucking, okay? There's a time for that. But you have to, but you know, that I think that's like the you know, like order a nice sundae. You understand? You got I like cake with mine. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There got to be
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice
Moisten
a nice moist dense foundation, if you will.
With cream in the middle.
With sweet. It's got to be sweet, like a pound cake, you know, homemade, yeah. Anyway, with ice cream, and then you want to add all the other little the caramel. For me, fucking is the caramel. You know, give me the cake. Make sure you churn that ice cream.
Yes.
You know.
But
I
don't
like that
leave
homemade
out the
stuff.
stickiness, fellas. Give her the caramel.
Yeah, because
give her the caramel.
yes,
The thick,
the caramel, the caramel, and then you know that's older women don't just want to fuck all the time. Okay, we want to make love.
I wanted to
But
ask
we
on
want to
that
fuck
too.
sometime.
Because okay.
Sometime.
Can I was gonna say, can you explain that? Since you understand.
Well, because there's a
That's-
time and place for all things. You know that. Now, you know I will cuss you out and bless you all in the same conversation because I'm free like that. No, seriously. Y'all ain't seen my one woman show. That's another day.
Yeah, you mentioned that before on the last episode.
Listen, some people don't understand that I'm a church girl, okay? I love the Lord. I speak in tongues as the Spirit of God give utterance, but I will cuss you out.
Yes.
And people be like, oh my God, how can
I know a lot of
sweet
them.
water and good water come from the same fountain? Listen, did y'all meet David? We ain't going there. I just want y'all, we gonna stay back on topic. Let me, cause I'll go there with you. Don't play with me. Cause people are so messed up when it comes to being free and just being who you are. And that's how I am in the bedroom too.
Come on.
Talk about
Okay,
it. Talk
come
about it,
on.
Lele.
Sometimes I
Okay.
want to fuck and sometimes I want to make love.
Because
And sometimes I want it all together.
Yeah, you got to know how to fuck, sex, love.
You know-
FSL, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it comes in
Talk
phases.
to me.
I would
Made
say.
a
Because
song
it's
about
just
that
like-
10 years ago.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, since I'm 33, so I did date younger before because sometimes they feel like, I don't know, like little puppies. They be so excited,
See
but
what
it's
I'm
just
saying,
like,
y'all? They feel
need
like-
to calm down, like. Just get in the mode. Let me show you what satisfied me, and don't take it in the wrong way and feel like, oh dang, I ain't.
Yeah, I know what I'm
You know what I'm
doing.
saying? Like,
That.
and
It's all about
don't
how you
hurt their
communicate.
ego and stuff, but
Okay,
it's not even
okay.
like that. It's just like, let me just show you what pleases me, so you can know,
that
and you
again.
can hit the
Wait, say that
spot,
one
you
part
know?
again. Say that
What pleases me, honey.
Say it one more
Message.
Pleases me, okay, for real.
I mean, don't,
All right, I gotta
don't
push
get too
back on that.
selfish.
No,
gotta-
you need to know what
but it's
pleases a
not
woman.
even all of them. It's just some young ones.
Yeah.
Some, you
Yeah.
know.
When a man gets upset because a woman says, let me show you what pleases me, then if he don't want to hear it, that's it. It's over.
That used to be
Or
me.
the mood
So
be
look,
messed up.
I don't have anything against that, but where
the
I gotta
mood be messed up.
Yeah, because like why?
And then you be like,
why you
dang.
don't want to know what pleases me, and but you want to be here and be pleased.
Yeah.
Help my understanding.
Yeah.
Yes. Look, it's
That's a
out of
typical
here.
man. That's a typical
All
man.
right, Mac,
get
help
out
me
of
out
here.
here.
I mean, I was there. I was there once. I literally was there once. But one of the best things that an older woman taught me was to learn how to not be so into me.
That's what we just said.
Give her the opportunity to be into me as much as I'm into myself. And I'm like,
well,
what
now
you
wait
talking
a
about?
minute. Wait, fix that again.
Now-
Come again.
Wait.
I'm like, wait a minute, what you talking about? And she was just like, you know that you're a good looking man and things of that nature, but you speak on it too much. You give yourself the type of pedestal that I want to give you, but
Well,
because you're not
that's
giving me the chance to
insecurity.
give it to you. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say.
You just take it away from me, and I want to just be able to give it to you. So just pull back a little bit on you or whatever.
That's
and then,
insecurity in the worst way. Because when a person feels like they have to tell everybody how wonderful they are, how whatever, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
I was cocky.
Egotism.
I was cocky and I was
Give me a chance
insecure.
to tell you.
Yeah.
I was
All
going through my space of learning myself, and then when I did, that cockiness turned into confidence, and you saw the difference. It was just like, okay, I ain't gotta be a billboard everywhere that I go because I'm a billboard everywhere that I go. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be audio with it. It's just seen with the way that I carry myself.
That's it, right
How I come around, you know
That's it
what I'm saying?
right
My
there.
energy and stuff like that. But I had to learn it, and it took an older woman to teach me.
But you do need to know it though.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
do need to, and you do need to say it out of your mouth. You just don't need to preach it out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, let how you live be that word.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Humility, not
Like,
egotism.
let it speak
Yeah.
for itself.
Because all right, so a couple things that y'all said I gotta push back on because
He was over here writing down like,
it ain't. So it's not a problem per se. It's the fact that that's not how that message usually gets communicated. And
Okay. Oh, well.
not only that, I can speak on that because I'm on your side with this. I've actually like been in arguments with my own frat brothers before about just like how you should go about it in terms of pleasing the woman. But at the same time, it isn't always like, oh, let me just show you, as in like I want to help you. A lot of times, you know, dudes getting mortified or getting just talked to all kind of crazy.
but that's
And
not how a wise woman would do it.
Well, but I'm just saying though, like the general predicament is not that.
I get that.
So
I mean, I get it. But
because my thing is, if I want to be better, or for instance, if a guy told you that you was whack,
how would you
think,
take that?
Do you think that you might be different, but do you think that the average woman can take that? Like,
well, I wouldn't be different. Don't tell me I'm whack and you want to still smack it. Like, what? Get away from me. Then. Like, don't tell me that. You better treat me with the same grace that you want to be treated with. Period.
Yeah, across the board.
Or it's a rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear what you're saying. Because some women, it's back to the first topic that we were on. It's how you teach. How you teach is everything.
You don't want to tell them you whack. Like, dang.
Right,
You
like
know, it's not even that. Let me.
Right, because
adjust
then
some
it's just about a
things.
nut. It's just about a nut at that point.
Yeah.
And coming together
That's
physically
cold.
is not about a nut.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
Tantra.
that's the prize, if you will. But that's not what it's about.
It's very scarring. I'll pull back the curtain and expose. I've been there one time where I had a woman tell me you wasn't all that. You wasn't. It was whatever, and I was just like, "Fuck you talking about?" I ain't never heard that shit in my life. Like,
Gave you the grand slam, girl.
like, and it did something to me where it was just like, do I need to go back to the drawing board? Because I spent a lot of time at the drawing board before I started in the first place. But I was just like, maybe everybody just has them off days.
Well, no. Let me offer this to you. Chemistry is everything.
Yeah.
So you can be your A game, she could be her A game, but if the chemistry between the
I was
two
gonna say, is that
it's
it?
not, then it's gonna be whack anyway. No matter how bomb you are or how wonderful she is,
Yeah.
it's still gonna be whack because chemistry is everything. And sex, people don't know, it starts in your mind. If you can't make love to my
Bingo.
mind, you
That's
might
what I'm
well
saying. Yeah,
don't even
yeah.
think you finna see my nipple or no pubic hairs. It
Yeah.
ain't going down.
Yeah.
I was gonna
I'm just
say
saying.
on that same front, since we peeling back the curtain, because until I had time to reflect, similar to you, I'll even go as far to say this. I'd say a lot of women don't actually even know how to enjoy slow or being made love to.
Yeah.
Type of.
Yeah.
I would would say
because
you're probably right.
Well, I mean, you'll do it, and then it's kind of like you can see that there's something in their mind that triggers that they like this, but they probably ain't had this before.
You got to be ready for that. You got to know what you're doing to her to get that out of her, because you got to deal with it afterwards.
But the point I'm making is that as long as we continue to allow that to be cast upon us like it's our fault, like if you haven't learned your body, that ain't on me.
Yeah.
I can only show you so much, but I mean, if you're used
like
to.
That would be
It's
vice versa.
I taught a younger girl
Yeah.
how to squirt. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I feel like I gotta pee. I was like, trust me, it's not pee. That's why I sent you to the bathroom before we got started.
So stupid.
And I just go ahead and we're
I'm
gonna.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna share
Just be
something.
acting
Pull
uncomfortable
over
and
here.
stuff, and I'm like, but this is supposed to be what you're enjoying.
Yeah. I was like, just go ahead and let that flow. It's for to be all over the place.
I was at a sex party one time with a bunch of women, and there was a young lady there who has 2 kids, and she shared that she had never had an orgasm.
It happens.
I was like, what?
With kids.
Yeah. So her sexual
that
experience, she never enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was always just for him. What it
right.
seems. Yeah.
And I think
That's a problem.
you know how people
selfish.
always sharing. You need to have a voice and share you have to have a voice in the bedroom too.
Absolutely.
You can't be just. I'm not laying there for you to get your rocks off. And why am I here?
To help me get my rocks
Yeah.
off. You just said it.
I think I think we
need
agree
to-
on that. I'm totally against that too. I just think that
Yeah,
a lot of times,
To be
okay,
pleasurable for both
on
sides.
both sides.
Supposed
but
to
also,
be.
your partner cannot teach you more about you if you
No, you
neglect
do have to explore your
True.
own body.
To learn
you
your
need
own
to
body.
know what you like.
Yeah.
You need to know what turns you on. You need to know everything. You need to know what sounds appealing to your ear, that ignites the fire. You need to know. You need to know what touched you. Like you got to know your own body. You got to know your own. You got to know what you desire. Then you have to be able to share that with whomever you sharing that experience with, and you got to do it unapologetically. That's how you find if the chemistry is there. That's how you find the chemistry, by conversing. When you find that chemistry there, then
Yeah.
look, and it was somebody that's gonna listen.
Oh yeah. And understand.
Yeah,
on.
that part.
Receive the information that's being given.
Receive, listen, and receive. This is really funny. I mean, I love that we can talk transparently over here.
Oh, yeah.
There was one time,
Yeah.
I don't know how old I was, probably like 30 or something like that. This man was, going down. I was like, I don't like that. And he was like, I know what I'm doing.
Like,
Get out your feelings. You mad? Get out your feelings.
come on.
But I had my voice. I was like,
Yeah.
you might know what you doing, but what you doing
Did
is
you smack
not.
him?
Is,
You smack his head like, what you doing down there, boy?
No, but I got these big
the head
thighs,
pushed
right?
back?
I tried to choke him. I
Oh,
tried
clinch
to put,
me.
God, why do y'all
Get
do
off
that?
of me. I'm
gonna put a
finna
nigga in a
choke the breath
chokehold.
out of you.
Fuck around and get your pearl bitten.
Because you don't know what you doing, bruh.
He just think he does.
You need a class, and I'm here to teach you. But if you ain't ready to learn, I'm about to kick you out of class. You need to go.
I can't
I
even
think the
imagine.
simplest thing that like fellas can do, and I've
Like,
read books on it as
seriously.
well. You just like I read in a book before. It's like you're supposed to treat a woman's body like the waves. Like you're supposed to observe how everything
How she moves, how she
is affecting
responds.
her. So I mean, like you can read somebody's expression when they don't want to be sitting next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I done told cats that numerous times. They're like, nah, man,
Like that bell.
fuck that.
Yes.
I'm just here to get my nut off. And I'm like, yeah, but do you not
That's so
realize
selfish.
it would lead to more nuts if you actually did?
Wait, say
Did-
what? Wait, what?
I said it would actually lead to more nuts if you took the time.
to give her nut.
Right, because
And-
if she don't enjoy it, she probably is gonna be like, yeah, no. You be calling for a booty call, she be like, I'm
And
sleepy.
that's where the fake ass Mac attack imagery came
Oh,
from.
boy.
When
Why don't you teach them what that
no,
is
No, no,
before
it's not a thing.
It
But
is.
this is where it was formulated from, because when I get into those scenarios, it's like, okay, in my mind, you already lost because you coming to play against me. But we on the same team at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you what you're looking for and everything that you're not looking for. So before I even get my first nut, you getting two.
Hold on.
You getting two.
Wait. Before we go to break, Mac,
Whoa.
because we got Miss Michelle on the show. And due to the topic, can you explain to her what the Mac attack
It
was
doesn't
perceived to be?
exist.
Okay, what was it perceived to be?
It was perceived to be I don't know, because y'all perceive it to be something crazy. It's just
What
like
is it? Come on.
Forget the name.
me putting on the pressure and not getting off of the pressure of pleasing.
We had a show before where we were debating this topic about so when a woman is coming and orgasming, continuing to apply pressure and continuing like not stopping,
continuing to
and
cunnilingus.
it was called an attack because it was
like you need that
like
you need that break,
and you need that break or something.
I understand that.
I don't need no break.
So just okay.
Message.
So
And with that, we're going to go to break and we'll be right back on the Patio Politics.
y'all heard it here. It exists. The Mac attack.
You trust me? Come here. I want to help you ease your anxiety if you allow me to. I think it's magical how kisses slow down time. I can make your spirit move at the pace of the earth when your lips meet mine. Life is so much better when you slow down. We're so in a rush just to go nowhere when the best place to be is right here.
Yes, sir. We are back on the Patio Politics. I got excited going into that last commercial break. Like
we can see.
He was like,
It exists, y'all. It exists.
It doesn't exist,
The attack.
but as my lady
just
of
validated.
a woman here just said, it's nothing wrong with that. It wasn't a pure understanding when I first said it. It's like, okay, I spent 10 minutes here. I got you where you need to go if it took that long, but I'm just saying. And then I want to spend an extra 20 minutes here after I got you there. That's abuse. Like, I wasn't saying that. It was just like in that moment of your release.
Keep pressing the button. Yeah.
In that moment of your release, and I get that feeling, and because I came in wanting to please you already.
right. Why would you stop?
So when I get you there, that's a bigger stroke to my ego, because it's like I just made you bust.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
I'm about to give you another one.
According to them,
real
it was
quick.
like abuse. Yeah, it was called
Who
abuse.
said
Huh?
that?
Yeah, it was called abuse. It was
Who
called
said
abuse.
that? Where you at? Who said that?
But you know what? We only heard Miss Michelle's perspective. What do you think, Leona?
I just feel like, okay, if they putting it on me like that, and it's like I hit that, sometimes I just be feeling like, all right, that's enough. But then sometimes later on, I'd be like, let me gather myself. All right, you can come on back in. I'm going to tag you back in.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to get yourself together after, if it's
you
like
do need
that.
a break then.
Because sometimes it's like, oh Lord, I think I met my max.
You just you might
Shit the table. She got the table. Like, let me hit my
That's the
shit on
impact,
table.
y'all.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
you might have to 69 at that point, because it's like, let me get some of this back real quick.
No,
Like,
because sometimes
I don't want you to
She
stop.
gonna
might
be
But
be in
focus.
it. They might be in it, just
Yeah.
in it to win it, like you
Yeah.
call it. Like sometimes I be needing, let me regroup, and then all right, I'm
Like,
put you back in. Come
it
on.
won't be no 69. She ain't gonna be
I'm
able to
fuck with
focus.
you. As soon as you bust, I'm gonna slide back, lick the inner thigh real quick, come back around that. I ain't gonna give away all the tricks, but I'm here. I'm here to party.
I think
You gotta keep the mystery alive so she don't know what's coming next.
It's like landing a plane. It's like landing a plane.
Mm-hmm.
You up there, and then when you get ready to land, you don't just come down. You no.
Yeah.
You have to come
a
down.
safe landing.
You gotta let the wheels down.
I'm gonna give you them shivers, like,
And then you gotta hit the runway, and you gotta glide in, and then
yeah.
you slow.
And then I'm gonna hit some switches like it's soul playing.
I think you gotta maintain that
He's
that bit
something
of
else.
mystery there. You can't just allow her to know what's coming next. That's how you make
Yeah,
Gosh.
but
Yeah.
enough for the sex talk. Educational wise,
Okay.
how do y'all feel like y'all can put it on a young brother to where y'all got his mindset where it needs to be, or if it's not prepared or ready for you, getting them ready for the next one? Like, how can you build a young man's mind?
You have to converse, and he has to listen. Period. That's the same with any teachable experience in life. The person on the receiving end needs to be willing to listen and receive.
Message.
Say that so
Period.
much.
Yeah,
Both sides.
It has to be that way, because if you don't listen and receive, then what's the point? you're not going to learn anything.
Can we get more specific on things that you could educate them on?
Yeah. I mean, pick a topic.
Okay, so we done been through, the Mac attacks. Let's talk about.
It doesn't exist. Like, it's just
they
you gotta
just validated it.
In a different way. I don't like the term. The term just seems very aggressive, and it doesn't defend me properly.
All right. Well, okay. How about
properly? Oh
how about just I guess since she's older, like maybe navigating the seasons or.
Oh, how do you help him mature mentally across the board?
Well, part of it, like I said, is conversing, but it's the topics that you choose to converse about.
Okay.
Like I don't have to educate a person in an area where they're already educated. You know what I'm saying? That's like beating a dead horse, and it's offensive.
Yeah.
If I already know how to twist my hair, why are we talking about twisting my hair? I get it. Okay. Oh, you don't like how I twist? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You got a different technique, is what you're saying?
Right. But so you have to observe a person's strengths, and then you converse with them where they're weak, so you can build them up, and then they become a very balanced individual. But only a wise woman would be able to see that and discern the different areas where she can build a person, and that's individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk to you about how you stroke if your stroke is on point. I will tell you, slow it down so I can enjoy it a little bit more.
Yeah,
So,
curve a little to the right.
Yeah, that's just adding on icing to the cake. That's
right. So that's how you educate them, though. Those are the things that you teach. You can't teach a person something, reteach them something they already know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's waste of time.
What if they
first
were
of all.
taught wrong?
I got a good one for you.
Well, what taught wrong? What do you mean taught wrong? Like, I mean, if it's done, I'm saying if it's done right, then there is no taught wrong.
How do you
That's not a
restructure
thing.
when it's not done?
You strengthen in the areas where they're weak.
Okay.
Like,
Miss Michelle.
I like to be talked to. Okay, talk to me.
You gonna say that though?
I will tell you that.
You better have a mouth for me, young man.
If you're not talking, I'm going to talk to you. I will literally put the words in your mouth that I want to hear.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
It's real simple.
Directional.
But we do that. We do that. All of us do that. We learn from each other like that all the time.
Somehow, some way. I don't need that, but I want that just a little.
Right. And if you're listening,
just-
then the next time we're together, innately you will just start saying those things and it'll be like,
you gonna get a pause out of me, and I'm gonna be
you
like,
heard me.
you better shut up if you want this to
And
last longer.
when a woman know you heard her, oh Lord, she's hold on, where the fan at? Turn it on.
So
You
Miss
heard
Michelle,
me.
quick question, because I've stated this on other shows where I've been more of a Trouble T Mills. One of my biggest things is how I'm spoken to, because I done been through abusive situations more verbally and whatnot that I could have caught a case on.
Don't
Catch
no case.
But I'm saying, like, so maybe the women can know as well too. How does an older woman go about speaking to a man vastly different than a younger woman, and in terms of like for a positive outcome, not a manipulative outcome?
Right. And
Y'all can both touch on this.
Yeah. So you want to talk about it first?
Okay,
'Cause I
wait,
got
say your question over again, like-
now.
How does an older woman, so we're talking about what an older woman can teach a young man. So then how does she go about speaking to him?
Yeah.
That differs from a younger woman, and specifics, not just in general terms, because a lot of times the outcome may be something manipulative versus like something positive that not just makes him a better man,
Right.
Really builds.
you make him a better man, it contributes to your whole situation, so it makes it better for both of you. So how
Right.
does she speak to him
Or how would you speak to him?
differently than a
mean,
younger woman?
I mean, you gotta always respect whoever you're speaking to. Like, you gotta make sure you speak with them with the kind words that you would want them to speak to you about if the tables was turned. So it just depends on how you, like how you come to like the topic of the conversation. Like, are you
So the
gonna
icebreaker.
dress it? Are you gonna dress it aggressively? Like, how is your tone? It's all about like all of that.
You
like,
gotta
the
read
tone and
energies.
everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a scenario for both of y'all.
Yeah, give me a scenario.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Because you can see the difference in younger and older. Okay. You have a scenario that has arisen where there's no consequential proof, but there is maybe a concern that he could be cheating. how do you handle it?
You want to know
How does an older, wiser woman handle it?
Okay, so first of all, let's just address the elephant in the room. The only reason that he would be cheating is if he is not fulfilled
Yeah, in the bedroom.
in my presence, in the bedroom with me, period.
Okay.
If he is not fulfilled. That is the only reason that a person would cheat in a happy situation.
What if he's filled and he's looking for more?
Here's the other part of that, okay? He's not.
Okay.
Okay? He's not. It may have nothing to do with me. It may have everything to do with his character. No matter how much he gets, he just ain't never satisfied. But a wise woman will know that's the kind of character and person she's dealing with. But I'm talking about in a situation where there's a relationship, there's respect, and then he makes a conscious decision to go and cheat. It is because he is not fulfilled in that situation. Maybe he's not a cheater, but the reason that he would cheat or be put in a position where he would cheat is because he's not fulfilled. Fulfillment comes from chemistry, conversing, listening, understanding each other. If that's not there, somebody gonna cheat. I'm just telling you now.
I can attest to that.
Does an older woman handle suspicions of cheating differently,
Better.
though?
I think not. I don't want to say older. I want to say
Wiser.
Yeah.
Because I know some old people that's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Touched on that a little
and
bit
immature as hell.
Yeah.
And petty as hell. So it's not older. It's wiser.
Okay.
So if I were being cheated on in a situation,
If you suspect it.
if I suspected it, I just me personally, I handle things with grace anyway.
Come on.
You know, you know.
Right.
That is a woman's
For real,
woman.
because you older. You
I'ma
don't want to
tell-
be on your crazy stuff. I'm about to key your
No, I
car.
don't-
So
I'm
no,
not
no,
doing
no,
that.
no thin lining no
I've
more.
dealt with
We
that before,
done.
and that's why I'm
We
like,
ain't set nothing on fire,
doing
throwing
that.
toasters in the bathtub,
Man,
none of
we ain't
that.
doing the
No, no.
Angela Bassett.
faking
one of them.
suicide, faking
No.
pregnancies.
No,
I like that.
because that is childish. That is immature.
Gotta grow from that.
Those are attention grabs. The woman is not even settled. So of
Yeah.
course she finna play those
Right.
games.
Yeah, that's
She-
dangerous.
She going there. But me, I don't deal with stuff. If I suspect it, here's what I do know, because life teaches you this. If it's done in the dark, it's coming to the light. So now I'm getting ready to get preachy on you. I would let patience have her perfect work so I can be perfect and entire, wanting for nothing. I will see it. And when I see it, I'm walking away gracefully, because what you do is not a reflection of me at all. At all. Serious, a real situation that happened to me. I was engaged. The man moved to Vegas. We were living together. He was in my house.
Yeah.
Everything was great.
Yeah.
And he got comfortable settled in Las Vegas. He said, hey, I'm going to hang out with some friends. Okay, have a good time. Do what you do.
Yeah.
Now, my girlfriend called. My thing was I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to clean the house, do what I do. But one of my girlfriends called and said, what are you doing? I'm cleaning the house. Oh, well, let's go out and hang out. Okay, we went out. We hung out.
Ooh.
Walk into the restaurant.
Oh, boy.
The man that I was engaged to said he was going out to play some pool with some friends, but he was at my favorite restaurant with some other woman. Okay, here's how I handled it. This is a real story.
Dumbass.
This is a true story. We walk in, my girlfriend sees him first in the restaurant, cupcaking,
Yeah.
Oh,
feeding
not
each
the
other.
Feeding her.
Yeah.
That's a bold man.
My girlfriend
Can
saw
I ask what age were y'all at this time?
I was like 40.
Oh wow.
That is a bold man.
So he ain't. Yeah.
Right. So
He been doing
so
this.
my girlfriend saw him first, right?
Okay.
And so she kind of beeline grabbed me and said, let's go get some Mexican food. We were at a seafood restaurant. She turned. I was like, oh, no. My palate say seafood. And I'm like looking at her like, what's wrong with you? I just feel like we need to go. I was like, no, well, we here now. So
Yeah.
let's
I'm
eat.
tired of driving. I'm ready
And
to eat.
so I'm like, why is she acting crazy? So I turn around and then I see him. So now she's like, oh Lord, because her and I are like night and day. She probably would have went
Waiting
over
to
there
exhale.
and
With
she would have turned that place up and out. Okay,
Angela Bassett.
not me. I don't listen. You're
Burning
not gonna get me
cars.
acting no fool. You're not getting ready to get me acting no fool because I ain't no fool.
I see you in grown woman status. Like he come back home, you got a glass of wine, you dressed in lingerie. You say, "You see all this?
No,
this stays
that's
here."
That's game
Stop
playing
making
too.
them bubbles, Charles.
No, that's game playing too. That's foolishness.
Yeah.
What I did, I stood there and I observed. Because in my mind, I explore options.
The
I
process.
say, that could be a cousin. It could be a friend. It could be a co. It could be, I don't know who that is.
Wisdom.
But I'm observing. I'm going, but he's feeding her. Would he do that with a cousin?
Yeah.
Would he do
Not
that
at
with
all.
a friend? Okay, that don't look normal. Okay, so I stood there. My friend is like, she don't know what to do with herself. And I said, okay. So finally, if somebody's looking at you, you start to feel somebody looking at you. He must have felt my eyes. So he turned and he looked and so he gets up and he
put himself
beelines over to where I'm standing. And this is
No,
him
buddy.
acting a fool.
No, buddy.
Baby, it ain't what it looked like. So I said, well, what does it look like? What does it look like?
Explain it to me.
And he's like, no,
Self-incrimination.
can we talk about it? Can we just, I was like, well,
Yeah, like cheaters showed up.
right. I
Man,
was like,
yeah.
I was like,
You tell
I
me
don't-
what it is.
I don't want to talk right now. We can talk about it, but I don't want to talk right now. Then I turned to my friend and I said, that Mexican food sounds real good right now. Let's just go on and do that. Go on over there and enjoy whatever this looks like. And we'll talk later. He was like, oh, baby, please. But just this Negro dropped down on his knee
Good.
in
All
the
right,
middle
man.
of the damn restaurant.
Please.
I was like, oh,
Guilty
no.
as charged.
Oh, no. We're not getting ready to be that couple in public
I was gonna say.
acting a fool.
Yeah.
You need to get up and please don't touch me.
He was a young man in that space.
He was a
Nah,
fool
you said
in
he
that
was
space.
40 something.
No. I'm saying just
Oh, yeah,
in those
mentally.
actions.
No, young or old. This is not an age thing. This is a mature
Yeah.
thing.
Facts.
You
Yeah.
understand? So he was a fool in that situation, trying to bait me into acting a fool. And then, here's I'm about to drop a bomb. Get ready to drop that bomb. This Negro said, this is what he did. Now, do he know I write movies for a living? I create characters. Do he know? Listen,
They shooting.
the man said, I get it. Anybody, you don't love me anyway. Because if you loved me,
Oh, gaslighting.
you would slap me or something. You would cuss me out. Like you.
You'd be just as emotional as I am right now.
I was like, what?
Gaslighting.
Where is it?
Yeah.
You're not getting ready to get me acting a fool in public or anywhere else. You the one you did that. Why do I need to react or respond like a fool to your foolish behavior? I wasn't getting ready to do that. I
Yeah.
went and had a wonderful day. I stayed out half of the evening with my friend.
Wow.
We got back and I told him, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. You need to, situate yourself. I hope whoever you were with got somewhere for you to lay here. You can sleep on the couch. I don't want to just throw you out on the street. So just figure it out. But you gotta go because we don't have anything. We don't have what I thought we had.
I want everybody to recognize
You
the
understand.
power within this right now. How long were y'all together?
A long time.
More
we
than
were
2 years.
engaged. Yeah, we were together for we had been together earlier in our life, then we came back together in our adult life and we decided we're gonna get married.
Yeah.
And then he pulled that and I just said, oh, now, okay.
This is a lot of time invested.
right.
You
So
feel
he
me?
knew who I was.
Yeah. That's strength right
And
there.
the fact that he thought I was gonna act a fool let
Yeah.
me know, first of all, you're not the husband for me because you don't even know who I am. You really thought I was gonna act a fool in public? You ain't never seen me. You've been knowing me more than 18 years at that point, and you
when
ain't
have
never,
I act a fool
Right.
in public?
over or anywhere else.
Yeah.
10 years, goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, are you crazy?
That's
You done lost your
wild.
mind. You're not husband for this woman.
Oh.
Period.
That part.
And I always like
With
to
a
say
T on the
too,
end.
situations like that happen so that you can be exposed like to things before you make a huge commitment on something.
Right.
You know.
And even if I had made the commitment, I would have uncommitted, okay? Because I'm not going to be locked in, stuck with foolishness.
Yeah.
Life is too short. We only got one, y'all.
Only one.
So you
Once
got to
you
make
realize
decisions
that.
that's going to make you happy.
Yeah.
You can't make decisions for your life trying to please other people. You do that, you're going to die unhappy.
Message.
Yeah.
That
Tell it like it need to be told.
Unhappy and unfulfilled.
That's wild. And you know what's funny on that note, I've been at a place where several cats before have asked like, what's the problem with, or the one little screw up you can get past that, and I'm like, sometimes people can, but at the same time I feel like when you
depends on that screw up. That screw up could be pivotal.
But cheating is like breaking a piece of pure glass. Even if you can glue it back together,
it'll never be the same.
You can't get rid of the crack in the middle.
That part.
And then oftentimes, I don't know, like for instance, I've never cheated, but I've been in a position to several times, and all I could think of in that moment was like, damn, it's gonna be months of.
If you
no, but I'm saying,
even
like,
if
I
you
was
don't
thinking
get
about
caught.
like, damn, this,
Right.
But it's still gonna eat you alive on the inside if you got any kind of soul.
Not necessarily, because I've been there. One time. I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud about it. But it was
ate you alive, like what he just said.
It was like you said earlier, like across the board, you wasn't being pleased or whatever, and that's just what the situation was. And I was yearning for that, and I got caught in a weak moment. And well, I'm human, you know what I'm saying?
You
So
should have just left.
yeah, I mean,
Which is what you actually
That's
did.
hard.
I did.
I did leave
I did.
before, but that shit is hard.
I did.
In essence, that's what cheating is. Listen, when you're in tune with somebody, and then there's a out of tune,
yeah,
and you feel like it's not just a miscommunication or a disagreement today, or just the vibrations that relationships go through. It's not that. I'm talking about when you get to the point of, I want to touch somebody else. I want to smell somebody else. I don't like you anymore. You already left. You physically
mentally,
still there.
Yeah.
But you already left.
spiritually gone.
I can agree with that, because I mean, the times that happened to me, I was in like relationships where we was that couple. I've been that couple in the streets, screaming at each other 1 a.m. Yeah. So, anywho, before we get into anything deeper, y'all, we got to take one last quick break here on the Patio PolitiCz.
Yes. Y'all stay tuned.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal.
We back from paying bills. Man, this has been a very informative episode, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I know what I know, there's still never enough learning to be had as long as you living. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep pouring, and I'll keep receiving. I thought y'all was going to trigger me today, but
I thought it was coming too, yeah.
Not necessarily, because, you know what I'm saying, we got some women.
We're supposed to educate you, not trigger
Women
you.
In the house. Some untoxic women at the table. It
There's
is.
something else over there.
So, Leona, what would be your take on? So let's say, how would you handle a situation of suspicion of cheating now versus 10
When I was younger?
10 to 15 years ago? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, like she said, you have to handle it with like grace now, because back in the day, I didn't have anything to lose. So it's just like.
So you was throwing bricks
That's
and
a
shit.
message.
No,
y'all.
I wasn't throwing bricks. I did one time. If
Keying
y'all want to
cars.
get real, should I thought?
Keying cars,
No, I
putting them in a
wasn't.
bathtub.
No,
Child,
I
stop making them bubbles.
I had jumper cables and
Jumper cables, y'all. Jumper cables.
with the window with the glass in the front. I did that before. I'm not proud of it. That's why I don't speak on it like that. But it was back in the day. I didn't have nothing to lose. But now it's just like, is it worth all that now? It's not worth all that. So it's just like, if I see the signs and things, people been moving funny, or I have proof or anything like that, then I'm gonna just exit quietly and leave. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna key you or none of that, or try to get a butcher knife and all. I'm not doing none of that no more. Calm down.
You used to do that, girl.
No, I just did the jumper cable
If
one
she
with
named
the
it.
window. That's all.
I think the
I've been
valuable
around
nugget.
for some things because my friends did some things with
Oh.
me. It's cool.
Oh.
I had to be the getaway driver. But that's another topic. You know?
Yeah. We ain't going to incriminate nobody.
See, son.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to talk to my sister real quick.
Yes.
I want you to know that no matter what age we are, we always have something to lose.
Yes.
You did have something to lose. Your integrity.
Message.
You know,
Yeah,
you could have done some
yeah.
stuff and ended up in what they call civil brand down here, whatever. You could have been, you always have something to lose, no matter what age you are. And that's what we don't comprehend that when we're younger, but we do always have something to lose. It could have cost you your freedom. You could have been locked up somewhere over doing something foolish and not been able to sit right here in this patio politics today.
I know, right?
So you always have something to lose. Teach the younger one that too.
Yes.
And I think too, what's important that both of y'all shared that's good for our listeners. When you're in that place, it can be hard to resist doing that because you feel like you're alone and you see everybody else turn up, you know, when something happens to them.
I think that I got to push back, Ty, because it's individual. Like I've always been what I call a unicorn in my among my peers, because like she said, you know, some of my friends, they go and key in people's cars and busting windows. I'm like, why are you? What kind
Thank
of?
God I ain't never had none of that shit done to me.
I never understood what kind of satisfaction that's going to bring. He's still cheating and he still don't want you.
Get in the car.
Like, what is the point? I'm gonna make
Going
him
back
pay.
to the moment.
You're gonna make him pay for his window. He ain't paying. He's not coming back to you.
Right.
I mean, like, I for me, it has to make sense, and none of that foolishness ever made sense. And I always had a thing about myself where I want to treat people the way I want to be treated. Now, that ain't always happen, and it still don't happen. However, that's my approach to life, period. Relationships and everything.
When you were younger, though? Like younger?
Yes.
Okay. Because, I mean, I could say for me, like, most of that I dealt with was at, like, 19 and 20 years old. So, like,
but
it wouldn't happen
probably
now.
the people that maybe you were around, because, I don't know, like I said, I was a unicorn. It's not normal, I guess. It's not normal, but I just always felt like, why I need to fight you? I don't need to fight, but if you hit me, I'm going to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But why? Why do we need to fight? Can we talk about it? Like,
The most that I've been through, I think I was like 31, 32, something like that, around that age. I had a beer thrown at me, and then, you know, the girl that I was leaving at the time jumped on me like a squirrel or whatever. But my partner that was there took all that, you know what I'm saying? She was tiny. Just picked her up, slammed her into the dog bed, things or whatever, because I wasn't going to do it. Like, it's been moments where women have put me in a position to act out of my character, and I've been able to catch myself at the slight moment of just a little bit of that getting out, like, wait a minute, I definitely need to leave here because you about to have me act the way that I don't act.
Catch a case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
you gotta exit those situations first here and then physically.
Yeah.
You have to.
But I think, according to what you said, though, Miss Michelle, because I'm talking about more, like you said, if you fight me, then of course I'm gonna fight back. So I think I'm saying more so like in the situations where not where you're forcing it, where you're literally being forced into it by that other individual.
So she punched you in the throat, you punching her right back in the throat?
No.
I never been punched in the throat. I didn't have a blade. I didn't been came out with a blade before.
So you gotta like defend yourself or restrain from
the closest I ever. So any of y'all ever seen you seen the show Insecure when Lawrence finds out that Issa was cheating, and how she blocks the door. I've always said numerous times, I'm like, that is the single worst thing that women aren't taught today. Is like, when a dude is trying to leave, do not block the door.
Let him go.
You know, and
let him go.
Situations like that is what gets you caught up, because it's like, all right, she won't move. So the only thing I can do is I gotta either move her aside, and if I do, she gonna start getting more violent.
Right.
And that was for me what happened in that moment. And I'm saying, like, similar to how you had the beer thrown at you, I had a box of shoes thrown at me.
Yeah,
but
she wants you to touch her in any type of way.
Yeah. So I'm like,
you can't let people bait you into foolishness. You know, you can't do that. I mean, you just gotta start thinking on the most level-headed thing that's going to give you a moment to escape a bad situation.
Right.
You're not getting ready to get me caught up. I will ignore the shit out of you before you get me caught up. I will. Some things don't even warrant a response. So I'm not
know
doing
your
that.
value.
I know my value, and that's where people mess up. Miss Michelle knew who she is. She knows her value, and you're not getting ready to get me caught up. I will walk right up out of here. I promise you. We good. Look, I was married to my daughter's father. I left him with everything. I don't need nothing. We good.
I feel that.
We're good.
Have it.
I'm done. I need peace. And to me, in peace, you know, it was able to give me the foundation I need to start fresh and clean. And he couldn't figure out how I was obtaining and doing what I was doing. But peace,
that'll burn him down.
Peace will give you that. You know, it could have went totally different. I could have cut his throat while he was sleeping. I mean, you know, whatever. I mean,
I gotta wonder.
But
You need to make a movie on that, Miss Michelle.
you know, but why? People are not worth my peace.
Yeah.
You are not worth my value. I'm not getting ready to pay my value over one little stupid thing or 100 stupid things that you did. You did it, so you pay for it.
Speaking of value and speaking of paying, financially, how are we building each other's wealth from an older woman to a young man? How are we making that happen?
Well, again, we cannot ever unaddress experience, because some older people got bad credit. They bank
Don't know
accounts
what credit
they don't
is.
know what to do. So it's always based on experience. So I think an older woman with experience should teach a younger man who maybe doesn't know how to manage his credit, maybe doesn't know how to manage his bank account, maybe he's living above his means, trying to be keep up with what we say with the Joneses or whatever.
Frivolous spending and all that.
So I think a wiser older woman who understands the value of a dollar, and understands the power of a dollar, how it can build his life, she should express those things to him and show him how to manage his money, so that when he is her age, boy gonna have it together.
Yeah.
Whether he's with her or not.
I think that's a key point too, because at least for me in those two experiences, that was one of the few things I noticed, which is like you hear a lot of times on the net now, people are arguing over who should pay more or should it be 50-50. But it's more about the fact that, like, at least for me in those situations, if your mindset is on, okay, this is where we are trying to go, this is what our goal is,
right?
Then how we're moving should pertain to that per se,
That part.
not just you pay this and I pay that. And
That part.
thank you.
That
Got them to ring the bell, y'all.
that part. What you said. Now T just dropped it, y'all. He just dropped it.
For real.
That is it. It has to be where are we going, what are we trying to do? Okay, so if we're really trying to do that, why are we going this way?
Exactly.
If we trying to get there, I mean, we ain't gonna get there if we going this way. So figure that out.
Right.
Wise woman will say, babe, if we trying to buy a house, why we need to buy this expensive ass car right now?
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about
So
it.
Miss Michelle, when you talk about wisdom, I'll give you a
Talk
perfect
about
example.
it. God,
You hear online a lot that argument between like who should pay more, who's 50-50. Personally, for me, like when I go on a date or when I just think of being in situations, like I pay for pretty much whatever because I already have it factored into my mind and whatnot. But I've brought that up in a situation before to where I'm like, you're saying that this is the kind of relationship you want where we're going to build to this. But I'm like, but you with your friends in Vegas every other month. And in Vegas, you're dropping $1,200 on bullshit at pool parties with cats. And
they
I'm
want to
like,
come home and stress about why you
I'm
ain't
like,
got what you need to get what you need.
that's your mortgage
foolishness.
payment. So,
just
Right.
man.
and then you still want me to pay things.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that you don't need to be dealing with nothing like that.
Well,
That's foolishness.
But I'm just saying, like, even if everything else is on point, that's one of those small habits that I'm like, okay, but
No, that's
you're not
foolishness,
understanding.
because you'll never get to where you are collectively trying to go with that kind of foolishness happening in the relationship. It'll never happen.
Yeah, never.
You can be trying to say we're gonna build to buy a piece of land or something, but if old girl or whoever, old boy, depending on who's the culprit here, is dropping money like that on foolishness, I'm not getting ready to make nothing rain except the land that we trying to buy. You understand?
Lele, where the money at? Where the money at,
That
Lele?
house you're trying to build. Yeah, like I've been in that kind of predicament before where you're with somebody and they want to do all this spending, but they want to try to tell you about certain goals that we supposed to have. How we supposed to do that together if you over here buying $6,000, I don't even know what, socks or something like that, or like just
What if he
all
dropped that
name
6 bands
brand?
on you? You still questioning?
No.
I'll be like, can you put that towards so-and-so? Like,
You just, okay, thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you, Leona. That was your
no, if
wisdom
you
speaking
put
right
this
there.
like, for real.
If
You
he
gonna
drop
give me
it on
now, you
me,
gonna
I'm
give it
putting
to
in the
me,
bank.
right? Come
I
on.
was
Okay,
about to
so
say,
it's
Miss
still
Michelle.
being saved.
That
Okay.
part.
I was like, all right, if she take the money and she go to
I'm
the bank
taking
with
it,
it, I
and
know
I'm
she's
going
smart.
straight to the bank.
She said, you big dummy.
And
I'm
then
going to go
when
ahead
he
and
said,
say
where you
it.
get
I'ma
all
just
that
put
money
this
from?
up. I'ma
Come back
put
with a
this
bag,
up.
then
Put
I don't
this in
know.
the savings.
No.
Come around and ask, like, what you do with that money?
Come back
I
with a
told you.
Birkin, and I'm like, all right, so yeah, she's not investing in us.
But I think
There's a hole in my pocket.
I think it's important for people to to live and understand. Like, if you've never had a Dunenberg or Michael Kors or whatever, you know, if you've never had it, go get it so you can see that it carries just like that Walmart purse. And then you'll understand, wait a minute, I could have kept that $650 I dropped on that bag, and I could have bought that $12 bag and accomplished the same thing.
And put myself in better position.
Man,
when
I done bought dress shoes to wear with my suits from Burlington Coat Factory for like less than $30.
Sharp.
And then people have come up to me being like, where you got them shoes at?
Where you get them? Where you getting them? Like,
and I'm
boy,
like, you don't want to know where I got them shoes from. It ain't from an Italian shop.
I tell them.
it's the style, man. It's the style.
I tell them. I shopped at Rainbow, and I made that Rainbow outfit look better than that
TJ Maxx.
$900 whatever you know. If your body ain't right, I don't care what kind of clothes you put on. You
It ain't
gonna
gonna,
look good
it ain't
anyway.
gonna look right. It ain't gonna look
Please.
Right. It ain't
Speak
gonna
on
look
You
right.
can spend all the money you want to, but if it ain't right, it ain't right.
In
just
closing,
foolishness.
going from the left to the right, from the left to the right. I'm going opposite ways, but I'm just like I'm using the right shoulders, but I'm moving the wrong way. But anything, just your message, Lele, to all the young brothers out there looking to inquire the attention of an older woman.
Oh.
What would you give to them to start off with?
Let me see. I would say to them, be ready or don't waste that woman's time. Period. Like, and you better make sure you keep that same energy the whole time that you want to be around her and be with her. Like, just keep that same energy. Just maintain that same energy with her. You don't want to like have it like die down. Just keep that same energy with her, that you're with that same interest that you want to have with her. That's
No
what
switch
I would
ups.
say.
No switch ups.
Before we move on, can you also speak on what would be some wisdom you would give to the younger women on how to become that wise woman?
To be that wise one.
For where you're at.
Change how you react, because you're only accountable for your actions.
I love
Like,
that.
make sure you always think also before you speak about certain situations as well, or what situations you're trying to put yourself into as well. So you want to make sure that you like change certain habits in order for you to attract better.
Miss Michelle,
Ask me the question again.
what you got for the young brothers out there looking to acquire the attention of an older woman, and then to the young sisters that's looking to grow within that space to be able to do the same thing?
So to the young men, if you really trying to have you an older woman, I don't know why you would want that if you're not prepared for her. But
That's to get ready, fellas.
But if that is a desire, what I would say is when you get the attention of her, because it's hard to get an older woman's attention, who is wise, who has experience and understands. It's hard for you to get her attention if you're not prepared. But the best preparedness that you can have being unlearned as a young man is to be teachable, you know. Because an older woman is going to handle you with care, and you need to not come to her like you know, because she already know you don't. Okay, and be willing to listen and learn, because she will handle you with care. And if you allow her to, you know, she might teach you a thing or two.
And don't waste her time. I'm
You strong on that. Don't waste the. Don't
We ain't got
waste
time to
my
waste, okay?
time.
Let me know what it is so I can know how to move. So
Yeah.
I can be moving how I need to be.
Yeah, and consistency is everything.
Yeah.
You know, you got to stay consistent. Some people do things just to get the prize.
I was gonna say that's
You
the
know,
dynamic.
And then don't put in no effort after.
But then you get
It's
the
a whole
prize,
lot more
and
to
then
it than
what?
pussy, fellas.
Right. But you know, like, I know we talking about older and younger, but that's
across the board.
period.
I'm about to
People
say, yes.
people do things to get the prize, and then they got the prize, and you're like, okay.
What now?
So
No.
that's a whole
Now.
other topic, but I
Stop
think
laughing.
that pertains to both as well too, because that's on how you move.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that's been an argument a lot of times these days, but people don't like to move a certain way. They like to move to get to a goal, and then after that goal, they hadn't prepared themselves to coast.
Right.
You know,
It's like you save your money all your life to buy that Bugatti or whatever. And now but do you even have a driver's license? Like, what the hell?
I ain't never drove a day in my life. I'm about to wrap this Bugatti around a tree real
You
quick
know what I'm saying? Like, what is
and go buy
going
another
on?
one.
So it's some people just move crazy. That's crazy. But be teachable and be ready to embrace and grow. Gotta have that.
Fellas, get your shit together. Come correct. Come correct. If you step into an older woman, I speak from experience in a younger and all throughout. From 19 all the way up until now, I am 36, going on 37. I had to come a whole lot of different ways. But you learn a lot, you have fun. But like Lele said, don't waste their time. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
I would
introduce me to no vibe you cannot maintain.
Man.
Period.
An older woman ain't gonna let you do that.
Okay.
Start and
That ain't
open
gonna
up.
Look, we gonna know.
Start and open up with purity.
Yeah.
Be honest. Let it be known. Lay it all on the table. Whatever she take and put on her plate, that's what she do. Whatever she don't take, you just got to deal with that and see how y'all operate. If y'all can make it work out in the long run. See, you got anything for him?
Man, just if you get with him, make sure she handles you with care, and then you can be teachable. Don't be this might sound harsh. Don't be another son.
And I don't want this to get misconstrued because it's some young
some act like they do though.
It's some young fellas out
That's
there in the
another
street
topic.
that's teaching older women some things, if you know what I mean. So
That's that Mac attack. What?
Look at him over there. He is in it over there.
It exists, y'all.
It's an urban legend. We're gonna call it that. But we thank y'all for coming here. You know what I'm saying? Lele, Miss Michelle. You know what I'm saying? Myself,
you.
King Mac, Tyre, Trouble T.
Trouble T, they call me here on the patio.
Shout outs to LP the host. Shout outs to DJ Infant J. Shout outs to J5TH. You know
We
what I'm
also want
saying?
to give a shout out to our sponsors, Legato Smooth Collection, Smoothly Connected. Also shout out to Rob Naylor.
Yeah.
No
Creative
bad energy,
educator.
y'all. No bad energy.
Hey, Jazz. I see you.
Hey, girl.
Hey, it's been a good episode, and you already know what to do. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all enjoy and become a part of the Rider for Life family right here on the Patio Politics. And we up out of here live.
We